everyone, I'm Keshara Chisholm and welcome back to my channel, Keshara Creates. If this is your first time with me, hello, welcome. I am your certified therapeutic art instructor and life coach, and today I am here to paint another positive affirmation with you. So if this is your first time, each and every Tuesday I feature a positive word or affirmation to help bring into fruition, to help us focus on, to just keep a positive mindset and to look forward to positive things in the future. And today's affirmation actually was suggested by one of you lovely followers. So if you have any requests for any affirmations that you want to feature for next Tuesday, or for any positive sayings or anything along those lines, make sure you comment below and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe as well so you don't miss any of my tutorials, and it helps my channel to grow and expand as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So the positive affirmation that we are going to do today is opportunity, which is an amazing affirmation because that can be applied to each and every area of your life. You can be looking for hopeful opportunities in career, in finances, in love, in relationships, in adventure, in any and everything. So while we paint this lovely affirmation, just go ahead and focus on one, all the opportunities that you already have in your life to be thankful for, all the opportunities that you are wishing for and that you're bringing into fruition, and the ways in which that you can expand and allow new opportunities to come into your life. So, for all my affirmation paintings and things of that nature, I like to focus more so on just allowing the creativity to flow and just let the energy come natural. So I didn't think or plan anything out too far in advance. The only thing that I do know for sure is that I wanted to do green as my primary background color for this painting. So I have my lovely paint palette and I have my primary colors on here. So I have my blue, my red, and my green. Yellow, but I also like to incorporate green and black and white, of course. So let's go ahead and get started. And I like to use a large 2-inch flat brush to start with my background. And since our background is going to be green, I'm going to start with the primary green. I want to do a little bit of a deeper green, so I'm going to add some red to it to darken this green up. So you want to add your red gradually because you can always add more to deepen it. It's a lot harder to go back and brighten up the color. So up here at the top and at the bottom of the canvas, I'm going to start with this darker green tone. And as you can see, I'm not being picky or precise or anything like that. One thing that I love about abstract art and therapeutic art in general is that it's just about expressing yourself and being yourself. It's more so about the feeling and the energy that you put into your creation than it is about the technique and the application. And this approach to art in general is something that everyone can do. Everyone has the ability to create. And I am here to help you facilitate that. All right. We got some green up here. Just gonna pull some of it down some. And let's mix up some more of that dark green so we can get some at the bottom. So I'm just doing green, as you can see. And the more red I add into it, the deeper it gets. I'm not being overly particular about it because we're going to add some more shades up to this as well. All right. And you know what I just noticed? I did not actually turn my ring light on. So maybe, possibly, I should do that. So give me 1 second. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Hopefully that will help you guys see everything a little bit better. Now, as you can see, I pay attention to the sides of the canvas as well, and the top of the bottom. So you want to give equal love to each and every area of your canvas. All right, so I'm just going to pull up the green, and you see how I'm kind of just moving my brush back and forth. I'm going to add some more up here, I think. There we go. All right. So while we are doing this lovely affirmation, focusing on opportunities, allow your mind to wander on all the different opportunities that you would like to bring into your life and the opportunities that you are grateful for at this very moment. Once you actually start to think about the things that you are grateful for, what you already have in your life, you'll be surprised at what a blessing your life really is, how blessed you truly are. All right, so bear with me. I'm just making sure my top and my bottom and my sides look good. All right, I'm gonna add some of this green in the middle. And see, I'm just going with the flow. I didn't think this out. All I knew is that I wanted to use the word opportunity for a positive affirmation, and I knew I wanted to use green. That's all I knew. So that's what we're going with. So I think I want to add some yellow, and I'm just going to use the base primary yellow, and in the middle start to throw some in the middle. And you see it's going to blend in with that green that we already put down, which is exactly what I want. Which is why I love to blend my background directly onto the canvas. I don't like to have just one solid shade. I like to have the color variation. I just think it looks more complex and gives it more interest. All right. And I'm just going to keep adding yellow and blending with my large brush. And see, I love using a large brush because it does not take forever and a day to finish your background. Because today's painting is more so about our affirmation, what we're bringing into fruition, what we are manifesting, more so than it is the technique of painting a complex piece. So this is something that everyone can do. Everyone can put some green paint at the top and the bottom and blend it together. And what I love about this style and approach to creating art is that it's so unique and individual and original to each individual person. Everyone's will look different. No one's will be the same. It would make it even more so personal and authentic for yourself. Now, you don't have to paint your affirmations. You can write them. You can journal them. You can use markers, color pencils, whatever creative medium that you would like to use. And you can even paint on paper as well if you do want to paint yours. What I love about painted affirmations in particular is that it takes so much energy and time and love to actually paint the affirmation that it just helps with the manifestation process to bring it into fruition quicker because of all the love and attention that you brought into the painting. And is a visual reminder as well as a written affirmation too. Because every time you see this lovely painting of opportunity, you're automatically going to visualize that and start seeing and thinking of different opportunities that you can bring into fruition or beautiful opportunities that you already have in your life. Which is why I love painted affirmations. And you know what? I think I'm liking this green right here. So I'm going to leave that alone. I think I want to add some purple into this. And like I said, I just kind of go with the flow. So I'm painting with acrylic paint. I like acrylic paint in particular because it dries really fast. But, so if I just wanted to leave this alone before I started adding more colors to it, it would take maybe 5 minutes or so to dry. Or you can go ahead and advance and speed up the process by using like a handheld blow dryer or something like that. I think this is dry enough. So we're just going to pick up our palette and keep going with the flow. So I'm going to switch to a smaller flat brush. And it's just called a flat brush because as you see, it has a flat, straight line or edge to it. And we are going to make up some purple. So purple is, of course, red and blue. So I'm just going to grab some red and some blue and start mixing it up until I get a lovely shade of purple that I'm sufficed with. And even just mixing the colors, don't think about it too much. Just go with the flow and have some fun. See, that's a nice rich purple. Let's add a little bit of white into it to brighten that up. Ooh, pretty. See, I love that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to do some stripes of this purple tone. I'm just adding random stripes, not thinking it out, not trying to make sure it's perfect. We're just using this purple and I'm adding some stripes, focusing on our positive word of opportunity for this lovely affirmation. And of course, you guys, all of my paintings are available for purchase, and I teach virtual painting classes. I do traditional painting classes, and I also do affirmation and manifestation classes as well. So if you wanted to do a painted affirmation party with me, or if you want to do a traditional paint party with me, all of that information is linked below. And you can also check out my website for all of my artwork and other merchandise that you would be interested in. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of wiggle my brush back and forth with this purple. See how quick and easy that is? I'm not thinking about it, not trying to make it perfect, not making sure if it's exactly the same as the one next to it. I'm just blending out this purple some. I think I want to add a little bit more right there. All right, just blending it out. You see, I'm just literally wiggling my brush back and forth to get this texture or technique. And I'm liking the purple with the green so far. Just going with it. Same thing here. I'm gonna add a little bit more paint right there. And I'm just wiggling the brush back and forth with this purple. Now, I think I want to do a lighter shade of purple and kind of add some love into these purple tones that we just created. So I'm going to add some more blue into that purple that we already have. And some more white. There we go. See, I'm just keep mixing, adding to it until I get the shade that I'm happy with. And I always describe all my paintings in more like a recipe. You do not have to do the same exact colors as me. Don't focus too much about if your shade is the exact same shade as mine. As long as it's a color that you like, just go with it. Just have fun. Remember, especially for this, we're focused more so on our affirmation of opportunity than we are on actual technique and color and all of that. So I'm pretty much mimicking that same technique, but I'm not covering up all of that dark purple that we did. I'm just adding some accents or highlights of this lighter purple over top of that deeper purple that we created. Just adding layers. Painting and art in general is about adding layers, 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 and layers. All right, let me step on this side. You can see I'm just still, same thing, wiggling the brush back and forth, adding some of this color over top of that darker purple that we just put down. All right, and I think I might blend into this with some white also, which since this purple is still wet, it's actually going to turn it into like a lavender shade. It's not really going to be a bright white. All right, I'm liking that so far. Look, it looks all complex, like we did something really complicated, but we did not. See, everyone has the potential to create. All right, so I'm just getting some white, and you see it's already, I have not cleaned off my brush. So as you can see, it's already a really light lavender tone. And we're going to do that same thing with this shade too. And remember, we're focusing on opportunities. Start thinking about some of the opportunities that you want to draw into your life. Start thinking about the opportunities that you are grateful for. We are focusing on positive opportunities at this moment. Opportunities in each and every area of your life. So opportunities in improving your health, opportunities in improving your relationships and your friendships, opportunities in advancing your career or your finances, opportunities to explore and adventure and create excitement and enjoyment in your life. All kinds of opportunities that you can create and just start to think and ponder on just from thinking of the word opportunity. Ooh, look how pretty that is. I'm liking that. I think I'm going to leave that alone. At least so for right now. I kind of like that the way it is, but I think I want to do some blue into this also. So I'm going to take a round brush, and this is just considered a round brush because it does not have a straight edge like the last brush that we used. And we're just going to mix up some blue and some white to get a nice bright blue. So of course, the more the more white that you add, the more pastel or the lighter the blue shade is going to be. And the more blue you add, the darker it's going to be. So, and you see how I kind of twist my brush into the paint, especially when I do a round brush like this. That way the paint is smoothly saturated onto the brush, and it's going to paint smoothly onto the canvas. So on the ends, I think I'm going to mimic that black and white texture on the ends of each one of these little purple sections that we created. And yes, it's going to blend into some of those purple tones and that we put down. That is absolutely fine. That is actually what I want. And see, I'm just being creative, letting my creative energy flow while I'm focusing on this lovely painted affirmation to bring in positive opportunities into our fruition, into our present moment, and into the future. When you actually sit and think, there's so many things that we have to be grateful and thankful for. All right, so we're just going to do this on both sides of each one of these little areas. And then I think I might dry this baby off and then get ready for our lovely affirmation. And see, these paintings do not take a huge amount of time. Sometimes just depending on kind of how I feel or how it flows, they take a little bit longer than usual, but I try to do most of these therapeutic art tutorials in an hour or so. Sometimes I go a little bit longer, more so in an hour and a half or so. But I do have more advanced painting tutorials on my channel as well. So if you like to paint still lifes, things like flowers and all that fun stuff, I have painting tutorials featuring that as well. And you guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all those beautiful things. Thank you so much for all of y'all's support. You guys have been awesome. I cannot believe how fast my channel has grown since I've gotten started. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your donations in particular. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That's one of the reasons why I've been able to grow this channel so fast, because you guys have been so generous. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Each and every donation goes to keeping this lovely channel and my mission alive. So if this is your first time, just to give you a little bit of background on myself, the reason why I decided to become a therapeutic art instructor and life coach is because I have used creativity in my life personally to heal me through some of the really difficult traumatic experiences that I've had in my life. I've done a video prior that speaks about my journey and all the things that helps me get to this place. I'll make sure that I link that below. But creativity was a way for me to express myself, express my emotions, reflect on my emotions. And because of that, I felt purpose. I felt like it was my duty to be able to share that gift with other people. So, my mission with this channel and just with my art in general is to spread love, creativity, joy, healing, everything that you guys need to just have a beautiful, joyful, wonderful life. So, I know I'm long-winded. I can talk, which is why YouTube is perfect for me. Just saying. All right, so I'm just going to keep adding these little teeny tiny strokes of blue on the side. And see, the only reason why I switched brushes is because I wanted this to have smaller strokes. So that's the main reason why I changed brushes. But look how complex this looks. It looks so fancy. Like we took such a long time, but we did not. Think about how beautiful this is going to look in your house. And like I mentioned before, you don't have to use these same exact colors. You can customize it to whatever colors resonate with you, whatever colors you have in your house, or think about where you would like to place this painting, all of that beautiful stuff. But as I mentioned before, you can definitely do this in a journal as well. And you don't have to do this just with paint. You can do this with color pencils, markers, pen, highlighters, whatever. I have a whole sketchbook full of paintings or drawings with highlighters. I don't know why I like highlighters. I don't know. I just like really bright color. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll do something like that too. Why not? I want to start doing more tutorials too. Implementing different therapeutic art techniques that you can use with other mediums besides just acrylic paint as well. So let's get the blue on this side. And I do think that I am going to use the blow dryer just for a minute or so to dry this canvas off so that we can go ahead and get started with our beautiful affirmation of opportunity. I was so glad to have that as a suggested affirmation because there's so many opportunities that we can focus on to bring into our life. All right. Let me put my paint palette down. I always like to take a moment to kind of step back, reflect on what I've done. Okay, I like that. So, like I mentioned about acrylic paint, I love acrylic paint because it dries really, really fast. So, I keep my blow dryer right beside here. So, bear with me, you guys. I'm sorry in advance, but hey, we've got to blow dry this. It does not take long. It might take an absolute minute at the most. I promise. So, stick with me. Everyone that stays with me to the end is going to be blessed with so many positive opportunities. So you don't want to leave now. You guys can hang on just for a second. I promise. All right. So got my handy dandy blow dryer. Let's blow this baby off. That is exactly why I love acrylic paint. Exactly why. So I've had requests to start writing out the affirmation in marker first before we paint over it. Just because a lot of people don't feel comfortable just taking the paintbrush and going directly to the canvas. So I've got a paint pen. Today I think I want to do the word in black and then trim around it with white. So we're going to go ahead and write out the affirmation with our paint pen. Then we're going to paint over top of it with some black paint and then outline it in some white paint. So for this one, I do want it to be pretty level. So I am going to use my yardstick. So this is a 16 by 20 inch canvas. So I'm going to use my yardstick just to make sure that our lovely opportunity affirmation is nice and level. And I'm just going to hold it firmly in place and start with my O, of course. Voila. And I know you can't really see that because I literally just sketched out the word with this. I didn't try to make it fancy or anything like that. All right, so I'm going to take probably that same round brush that we were using and get some black paint. Now, black and white paint are really thick. They're pretty opaque. So you want to kind of dilute the paint some, especially when you're doing words or straight lines or anything that you want to be nice and smooth. So as you can see, I kind of wiggle the water into it and then smooth it out and twist it onto my brush. There we go, there we go. Lovely. All right, let's start writing this lovely affirmation of opportunity. And it does speed up the process too, just by going ahead and writing it out with the paint pen or the Sharpie or whatever you have. I've been the resident artist at a local paint and sip art studio here in my hometown for 4 years, since June to mark the 4-year march. And for some reason, people always feel more comfortable using the markers. However, it's just the same as painting. I don't know. I think people just feel more comfortable with it because they're more familiar with using markers or pens to write. But you don't have to. If you just want to paint it out, you can. It does tend to take longer when you just paint it though. Sorry if I'm right in front of the camera, but hey, I want to make sure these letters look nice and lovely. All right, I'll pick up my palette and come over here some. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. Because I am. I'm filled with joy and love like always. All right. And I said I was going to stay on that side, but I'm already back over here. Going with the flow. Just want to make sure my letters look nice, so. And don't focus too much about the letter being perfect or anything like that. There's beauty in imperfection. And you want it to be unique to you. You just want it to be nice and pretty and a reminder more so of the things that you want to bring into your life. It's not about making a perfect painting or making sure your words or your letters are completely straight or anything like that. It's more so just focusing on our affirmation of opportunity. That's what we're drawing into our life. That's what we're praying, hoping, and wishing for, expecting opportunities in whichever way, shape, or form that we need them. All right. And I'm going to go over the black one more time. And then we're going to start our outline with the white. And that's going to help it stand out quite a deal against this green and purple. Oh, and as a rule of thumb, paint does dry darker. And that's not just acrylic paint, that's any kind of paint. So keep that in mind when it comes to mixing your colors. And you guys, make sure you comment and suggestions of affirmations that you would like to be featured for next Tuesday tutorial. And it doesn't just have to be one word. You can do I am affirmations or positive phrases or sayings or whatever you feel like would be a beautiful thing to draw into fruition for yourselves and for each and every one of these lovely subscribers. Thank you guys. I love you guys. I cannot stop saying that because I do. I appreciate you all. So I'm going back over the black, and as you can see, I'm expanding it, deepening it up, making it a little bit bolder in certain areas too. Just play around with it. Like I said, you don't have to mimic exactly what I do. You don't even have to use the exact same word that I use. I just thought that this was a beautiful suggestion that one of you lovely subscribers gave to me. So I thought it would be a perfect affirmation for each and every one of us. We all need opportunities in everything. Whatever type of opportunity you're praying, hoping, wishing, believing, creating. What a beautiful affirmation. Opportunity. All right, let me get some more water on my brush. And look, we haven't even been going that long. It's only, what, a little bit over 30 minutes, and we're pretty much done. After we do this other coat of the black and outline it with the white, I think we might be done. Because like I said, with this painting, the most important thing is the affirmation. Which is why I love manifesting with art. One, it looks so beautiful, and you put more energy into it, so it just has that much more power of fruition. And it works as a visual and a written affirmation, because each and every time you see this lovely painting, it will remind you in your subconscious, it will bring to mind opportunities that you are manifesting into your life, positive opportunities that you already have, and opportunities that you want to create. It's nice to have visual reminders. Then you don't even think about it. So if you're not in the habit of doing daily affirmations or journaling or anything like that, something like this can still bring a lot of power because it's a visual. Us as people, we are visual beings. So I just think that this is awesome and very therapeutic approach to manifesting by using lovely affirmations. And you can't go wrong with opportunities. That was such a great suggestion. Thank you. All right. Yes, but do not hesitate to engage with me, you guys. And thank you all for sending me your images via social media so I can see all of your lovely recreations of these beautiful affirmations. But don't just talk to me on my social media, talk to me here too. Leave me some suggestions. You guys, I care about what you think. I care about what is going on with you guys. All right, we're almost done with this coat. Then we're going to switch to a smaller brush, which I call a larger brush. A liner brush, because it's just really petite. And outline this with white. And yeah, we're going to have to do 2 coats with the white, especially since this purple is pretty dark. So, but after that, we're done. We're done. And honestly, this did go a lot faster by using the paint pen to draw out the affirmation prior. So we might continue to do that unless we're doing a word that's not as large. Like last week, we did the affirmation love. It didn't take that long to paint out the word love. But for larger words like this, or for longer sayings, things of that line, yeah, I think I like the idea of using the paint pen. All right, so white is just like black. You want to thin it out some. So I'm just adding some water to it and thinning out or diluting this paint some. And you see how thick the white paint is? All right, and see, I twist into the brush like that. So you see how smooth the brush is? That way we get nice, crisp lines for this outline. So don't worry about if the outline is absolutely perfect. We're just going to outline this lovely opportunity affirmation with white. Like I said, this is not about being perfect. This is just about the love and the energy that we're bringing into this affirmation of opportunity. It's all about the opportunity. It's all about the word of affirmation, not about the technique. So keep that in mind. So if your lines aren't as thin as mine, or if they're not as precise, that is absolutely fine. You just want it to be authentic to you. That's all we want. So just outlining it in white, that's all we're doing. That's all we're going to do. Then we're going to go over it one more time. Then I think we'll be done. I might add some more white accents to these little areas, but that will probably be it. We'll just see how it goes as we move along. Sorry, I got a little bit quiet, but I'm just focusing on outlining. That's it. See? Look how much that already makes it stand out more. Just getting some more water on my brush, diluting this white some more so we can start outlining our other letters for opportunity. And while we're doing this, keep focusing on the opportunities that you are excited about for the future and the opportunities that you are grateful to have in your life at this present moment. All right. And when we go back and do our second coat of the white, it won't take us long. But when I'm first laying out the outlines, I want it to be nice and crisp. So I am taking a little bit of time. But that is part of the process. All this loving energy that I'm bringing into this painted affirmation is going to help me to manifest positive opportunities even faster, because I'm putting so much of my energy into it. And if you paint over some of your letter a little bit, it's fine. Just go with it. If you make a mistake, painting is very forgiving. Like I mentioned before, acrylic paint dries really fast. You can legitimately paint over top of anything once it dries. So if you make a mistake, let it dry or use the blow dryer like I did earlier, and then just paint over top of it. Don't let it stress you out. There's no such thing as mistakes in painting. Just keep it moving. There we go. And I apologize if I'm not all the way in the frame, but hey, as long as you can see the word opportunity, that's all that matters. That's what we're focusing on, positive opportunities. The positive opportunities that we are grateful for in this present moment, and the positive affirmations, opportunities that we are manifesting in the future. When you actually start thinking about it, you'll be surprised at what opportunities, one, you already have, and that you have to look forward to. It's amazing just how manifesting or focusing on a word allows you to put things into perspective, a different perspective. Allows you to look at your life in a different viewpoint. All right. Still just outlining it in the white. Nothing's changed. And I think I'm ready to step on this side. I'm just outlining each one of these lovely letters of opportunity with some white paint to help it stand out some more against this lovely background that we created for this beautiful painted affirmation. And remember to focus on the opportunities that you are grateful for and the opportunities that you are excited about in the future, and the opportunities that you would like to create, and ways in which that you can create those opportunities. All right. You see, I'm just outlining it. I'm not making sure it's completely smooth or absolutely perfect. What's more important is the actual affirmation or positive word that we're manifesting. That is the most important thing. And see how much loving energy I'm putting into this beautiful affirmation. That is why I love this technique of painting affirmations, because all this energy that you're putting into this will be returned to you. I believe, or in my experience, I have noticed that it helps me to manifest even faster, just because of so much attention and energy that I'm putting into the affirmation while I'm painting it. And especially when I'm not instructing, when I'm just painting on my own, my mind literally just begins to wander on all the opportunities or whatever affirmation I'm focusing on at that moment, which is just very therapeutic, which is why it's so important for me on this channel to feature affirmations each and every Tuesday. And don't forget, you guys, to comment suggestions down below about affirmations that you want featured. That's what we're doing today. This is a request, and that's what we're creating. So I do take you guys as suggestions, so do not be afraid to comment below. And you guys, if you enjoy my content, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. I do different therapeutic art activities at least 3 times a week. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss any of my creative healing videos. And we're getting there. And I promise going back over the white is not going to be as time consuming as it was initially outlining everything. And if this was a smaller word, we'd be done already. But hey, like I said, I wanted to keep this around about an hour, so I feel like we are going to achieve that goal, so I'm okay with that. And see, I'm not being too picky about it being overly perfect or anything like that. I'm just outlining it with the white so that it stands out some more. All right, let's go over this bad boy one more time with the white. And then I'll take a step back from it and then see how our beautiful affirmation is looking. So see, painting is all about layers, 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 layers. And that is why, especially when I'm doing traditional painting tutorials, not so much therapeutic, I love to do them in real time because people can see the exact process and really how long it takes. Because I think a lot of times people get frustrated, or what I've noticed from instructing for so long is that people think that you put down the first color and it's supposed to be perfect, and if it's not automatically perfect right then and there, they think they made up, they messed up, when in actuality painting is about layers. It takes patience, it takes energy and love. You cannot rush the process. However, rule of thumb, when you get to a place to where you're sufficed with what you created, stop. You don't want to keep adding once you like it, because then usually you might add something that you don't like and then have to go back and redo it when you should have just left it alone when you were happy with it. All right. Look at there. It's so pretty. Just getting some more water. And see, we didn't even really use that much paint. I always put too much paint on my palette, but hey, it's okay. It will get used. I'm just doing another coat of the white, outlining our opportunity affirmation. And don't worry about if it's not perfect. If you go over some of the black or whatever, it's fine. As long as the word is legible and it looks nice, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. The most important thing is the affirmation that you are creating and the energy that you put into it. Nope, I forgot to go in here. There we go. Just outlining it in white. That's all we're doing, nothing changed. Make sure you twist into the paint. Make sure your liner brush is nice and smooth. That way you'll get smoother outline, or smoother or thinner lines. go over the inside one more time. See how much bolder the white looks just by doing that extra coat? That's the magic of painting. It takes layers. That's what I mean by layers, layers, layers. Layering the colors makes a huge difference. So I do all of my therapeutic art tutorials on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So make sure you tune in on Thursday for another therapeutic art technique. And it will not be an affirmation. It will be something completely different. So make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification so that you'll be reminded, because you don't want to miss that. We are doing some creative healing. You don't want to miss any of these opportunities to bring positivity and reflection and healing and all of those beautiful things into your life. All right. La-da-da-da-da. We're getting there, getting there, getting there. Well, we might go a little bit over an hour, but that's okay. That is okay. Can't rush the process. Let it flow. Just gotta let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. And I'm just outlining each one of these lovely letters of opportunity with another coat of white. And as you probably noticed, it took longer to do the word than it did to do the whole background. Because, like I said, for this, the focus was on our word of affirmation. That's the focus. That's why it's right smack in the middle of our painting. Our focus is our affirmation of positive opportunities. That's what we're drawing into our life. That's what we are creating. With this lovely painted affirmation, we are creating opportunity in each and every area in our life for positivity. Positive opportunities. We're getting there, my friends. I promise, not much longer. Yeah, and since we outlined the word in white, I do think I want to add some white in the blue areas that we did. Little strokes of the blue. And we're going to use the same liner brush too, just to keep them nice and small. We keep the lines nice and thin, just to add some accents of white. And I have a tendency to be a little OCD, so I'm trying not to do that. All right, we just have to do our Y, and then we are done painting this beautiful affirmation for positive opportunities. Lovely, look there. All right, so with the same liner brush, we're just gonna do some little some little strokes in between the areas, right over top of the blue, just like we did with all those purple tones. Just to kind of tie in the white a little bit more with the painting, since we outlined our opportunity affirmation in white. And look, this painted affirmation was so easy and beautiful for us to create. Look at there. And just focusing on a positive word just makes you feel good. It fills you with positive energy, helps you to be excited about things in the future, things to look forward to, things that you already have, all the blessings and love and joy that you already have in your life, in ways in which you can create more of those. And see, I'm not being particular. There's no science or really technique. I'm just wiggling my brush back and forth, adding little accents to the areas where we have the blue. That's all I'm doing. Nothing fancy or complicated. Just adding another layer to what we already put down. And see what all happens when you just allow your creativity to flow. Because like I've mentioned, I had no idea what I wanted this painting to transition into. I knew the affirmation that I wanted to use, and I knew I wanted to start with a green background. And look what we created. Just from letting the energy flow, I made it uniquely perfect just for me. And make sure you guys send me your images. I can't wait to see your recreations. And I'm curious always to see if you use the same affirmation that I used, or if you picked something that was more personal and related to your individual situation. So do not be afraid to share and comment. Make sure you like and subscribe. You don't want to miss any of my therapeutic art activities and techniques for you. And I will be delving into more manifestation applications and techniques as well too. So you guys don't want to miss any of that. So make sure that you subscribe. And remember, if you want to schedule a painted affirmation party with me, or just a traditional paint party with me, all of that information is down below. And if you would like to donate to the channel, that information is down below as well. And thank you guys so much for all your love, support, donations, all of those lovely things. You guys are awesome. I would not be able to do what I love to do every single day without all the support that you guys have been giving me. So I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. I cannot say thank you enough. You guys are awesome. Thank you. All right. I think I like that the way it is. I don't want to keep going. Like I mentioned before, once you get to a point to where you feel like you're sufficed with the painting, then leave it alone. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for joining me for another lovely painted affirmation. I hope that this painting filled you with joy, love, hope, optimism, all of those beautiful things. Remember to comment below with any suggestions that you have for next Tuesday's painted affirmation. Make sure you tune in Thursday for another therapeutic art technique that I will be teaching you guys and implementing with you all. Thank you. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I will see you later. Bye.